If I cut this off, will it be too dark for you, honey?
I don't think so. Yeah. Here. Corey.
So she got me with a while, flick it back. Watch your step, watch your step.
Come on, Dorothy. Come on, Dorothy. You old. Thank you.
What are we saying here?
I said, everybody is here. Look, me and Linda come down steps. I said, I can't Curtis stop down them steps. I said, we go down here. I said, hello. But ain't this something? Look. And Corey's here, Timmy's here. I said, wow, this is good. Christine's sitting over there. I talked to them, hey, everybody. That's good. I will give you this chance to lay your mother on the church.
That was priceless. That look on that face was absolutely priceless.
Y'all was just there last week. Thank you. I was supposed to show some cosmetics. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, ain't that something now? Just burning up here now. I'm so glad to see y'all. What color is your car? No. Yeah, okay, let me
I saw this thing up in the corner.
What I tell you? Girl, you was at church. I said, Tiffany was at church. Probably school. Yeah. I told people. Okay, but anyway.
Hello. Can I buy your attention for about a minute or two? So that we can move ahead with what we're about to do and put the rope in the tree. I know everybody knows why we're here, but pretty much we want to fill her in on what's going on here and let you know what the purpose is. First of all, I want to say that I love you personally. I want you to know that. And I can say that reflecting my entire family, but I can't speak for them. I want to tell you that wholesomely before your friends. I can recall several years ago, I wanted to surprise my wife, and I didn't know how to do it. But I pulled off what I thought was a great surprise for my wife.
Yeah, it was. She did. She was having a fit.
At that point, I just wanted to show my wife how much I appreciated her. But in everybody's life, we have our special people, our husbands, our wives, our family, our friends, our kids, our cousins, our children. But then there's those extended folk. Those folk that don't have to do nothing for you if they don't want it. They're not kin to you, they're no blood to you. You know, they want to, they're going to shut the door and tell you to go home. Well, bless God, since we've been here in Front Royal, Dorothy has been a sister to us, has been a friend, has even been a mother, and a trial and a tribulation and a headache and all the things that one don't really want in their lives. But she's always been there. However she was, Dorothy and I used to pick at each other, and I mean, you can name about 2 people who come from Dorothy and I. But Dorothy has always been there. When my mother died, Dorothy was there. When her mother died, I was there with her. And our family, I say me, I'm probably, talking about my family as well. And I have observed this woman, and my wife and our family have observed this girl a long time, the 20-some years we've been here. And I, in her own special way, Dorothy is a special person. Do you know that? Amen. She got her own way. That's my friend. Dorothy now has her own way.
And I don't ride a short bus.
That's just because no other kids want to ride with her. But however, through the years, I have been observing Dorothy as a person and watching Dorothy, and we know a lot of her personal life and how she's been there for our children and how she's done things for not just us, but people, and being a part of the church, watching how she does extended things for other folk that many of you might not even know about. And Dorothy has this weird way about her that, she gives away her furniture, she gives away her house, she gives away her dog. She's a sick woman. In other words, she's sick. She's a sick woman. She does stuff that most people want to do. For example, just recently, I called up one evening. I said, Dorothy, I have a funeral to do, and my car is broke. I really would mind if you would let me borrow your van tomorrow, just for about an hour or so while I do this funeral, and I'll bring it right back. She said, Jim, keep it until you want to bring it back. And I could have kept it for several days. And in fact, I had to make her come get it. Get it out of my yard. I'm tired of using it. And that's just the kind of stuff Dorothy does for people. And she don't go around waving no flags. A lot of us do stuff, and we want everybody in the town to know, we done it. That's right. Amen. We done it. I gave the $100. But Dorothy never does that. Then not only that, I'll break it down again. I've watched her. How many of us would give a slap and offer a penny to helping our own blood?
My grandma.
The worst treatment that we get many times are from our own kindreds. And yet I seen this woman, her brother have a stroke, and Dorothy give herself to send it home. to make it. And I know there's others that helped out as well, but Dorothy probably gave herself. And then her niece, Sharon, had a stroke, and Dorothy gave herself. And I've sat in counseling with Dorothy many times and said, how can you do this? How can you do this? I don't know if I would do this if it was my brother and sister. You know, obviously I try to get you into a care center or something, and most of us would. But not Dorothy. She give up stuff. Give up her own bed. Sleep on the floor. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't stop long enough in life to look at people. We're looking for someone else. We're looking for a Michael Jordan somewhere when we got a Michael Jordan right next door to us. Right. And we don't stop long enough in our lives to say, thank you, Dorothy. I don't care what you've done, we thank you. See, that makes me want to cry because...
I mean, let's go.
I love people for a lot of times for stuff that other people maybe don't see in them. But when I learned that it was Paula's, Paula told me that it was Dorothy's birthday, she said to me, Paula said to me, I would really like to do something special for Dorothy. And I looked at Paula and I said, let's do it. I don't care if nobody else do anything, let's do something. And I said, so your buddy pulled it back on you again. And I want you to know, Dorothy,
Thank God it wasn't raining. If it was raining on you.
It wasn't just us who are here. There's many more people saying they're going to be here tonight. Whether they make it out, I don't know, but their hearts were here. And one of the first persons we talked in trying to arrange this thing was Jim Bridget. One of your major adversaries.
Oh, yeah.
Loves you to death. And it's so because of that love for you.
Made you come to.
No, but listen, look where we are. He allowed us to have it here at this church. And I know we have to go to the altar tomorrow and ask God to forgive us for all those little lies we told. About the church fellowships and all that stuff. This is not a church fellowship. Oh, it's still fellowship.
Churches are here.
But I didn't want anyone to get the wrong idea that the church selected a person out to give a party for and didn't do it for someone else. You understand what I'm saying? This was actually a personal thing that Paula recommended. We used the church as a cover so that Dorothy wouldn't realize. We even had her cook her own food. But Jim wants to say something about you. And nobody hesitated in voice. As soon as they mentioned it was for you, they said yes. I want you to know, do you have friends in this land?
Well, I love everybody here, too.
You too, Grandma. Everybody is on the road. I love my grandma.
No, I just want to say I agree wholeheartedly with Pastor Jim about Dorothy and that. I met her, I guess, I don't know how long ago. It's been a few years ago. She was old then.
No, she was not.
But Dorothy's always been a friend, even when she was out in the world. There wasn't nothing that Dorothy wouldn't do for you. And now that she's coming unto Christ, it's even sweeter because I've never heard of her turning anybody down. As Pastor Jim has said, her family, not only her family, her friends, strangers, anybody that comes to Dorothy Ness and asks for something. Dorothy Ness got it.
That's right.
They got it. And if Dorothy Ness don't have it, she'll find out she'll find out where it is. And yeah, I kid her a lot and joke with her a lot. Say she's old and you know, a lot of things but that's personal between Dorothy and but I love you, Dorothy. You're a sweet person. And I'm just glad for you. And then Jim called and asked could he use the church, and I asked him what for, and he said we're going to give my Dorothy a surprise party, no problem. You got it. Because it's for Dorothy.
For Dorothy.
It's for Dorothy. Anything that I can do for Dorothy, I'll do. And I'm sure that happy birthday. And I would say you do many more, but I don't think there is any more. We can't count these.
And say she stood beside me through all the bad times that I had. And I just love my mom. Like what you say.
You don't love him more than I do. That's my baby boy.
Amen. Sister Bridget.
And next time,
Hollering every minute that he was screaming, and my daughter and I had him, and he's still a pain, but he's sweet, and we love him, and he's grown up a lot. But Dorothy has always wanted to help everybody, and she's always been a really good friend of me. I hated when she moved up here because I missed her so much, and I don't see her enough, but she knows I love her anyway. We both happy to be here. So, and she's always been the same, and
And I want to say too, thank God for her, because I don't know where Courtney would have been, because she took care of that baby. They was our faithful every day, taking care of Courtney. That's why we had no neighbor. That's Yes, we did.
I just like to say one thing to Dorothy. Dorothy knows my heart. But one thing I can say about Dorothy that you cannot say about many so-called friends. You can talk to this woman, and you don't have to worry about everybody knowing about it. And that in itself is a treasure. When you have a friend like that, you have almost everything. Jesus makes it everything.
Thank you.
I would like to say, I had a hard day today, but it was worth it. My grandma, I love her. This is not my mother-in-law, this is my other mother.
Amen. Thank you, Dorothy. That's what I feel like too. I raised 2 children.
No, you have 5.
Oh, you love me too? Come on up here.
Jenny coming up.
Look. He didn't get to do it first. That's what
Anyone else now? Get Paul to make her statement.
Look,
everybody knows Miss Green.
This ain't about Miss Grant. It's about Miss Dorothy. Number one, Miss Dorothy has my mother's name. My mother was also Miss Dorothy.
Yeah.
But that is not why I love Dorothy. My sons and Corey grew up together. I haven't seen Corey for a long time. And anyway, there are many, many things that transpired in our lives. When Dorothy was at Kmart, she and Paula both, and Linda, raised my Thomas, because God knows he needed to be raised. And then when he got very sick last year and almost died, the 2 ladies that came one Saturday, they come Linda and Dorothy. He hadn't awakened. He was still comatose when they came. And they just came to the room and peeked in and exited right quickly. And somehow we went out to eat. We went out to get some food. And when we came back, they tipped in just one moment. And he opened his eyes. Looked at Miss Dorothy, she said, "Hi, Thomas," and he went, anyway, when he did wake up, he said, "Did I see Miss Dorothy?" And then the nurses told me afterwards that he kept talking all night long about this Miss Dorothy. Miss Dorothy came to see me, Miss Dorothy. I love Miss Dorothy. She said, "Who's Miss Dorothy?" I said, "It's other mother." So anyway, on behalf of the 3 Grants, Thomas, John, and the Big Mouth Mama, and I've known Dorothy's family all my life. I just
That's where
like to
my
say,
name came from.
from my mama.
Uh-huh.
Really, really did.
Yeah.
Just thank God for you.
All right.
I do love you. Even when we were in Winchester, we had a water shortage. Dorothy called me. She said, "Now, if you're stinking and your family's stinking, because she was serious. About her childhood, and she has cried, and I have cried, and Dorothy is just wonderful, and I love you, and you're my girl.
I love you too, Brenda. But I tell you, it's been a life for Dorothy. It really has. Oh, I tell you. Okay.
And Ma, I want to let you know, I didn't think you was going to be 57.
Oh, cool.
We was just trying to check and make sure exactly how.
That's right.
Birthday's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Time out there, Middleburg. I will never forget it as long as I
Oh,
live.
except I wanted to forget about her when she called me to
Yeah, take her to the hospital.
I said, oh, Dorothy, I can't do it.
We made it.
That's right.
Thank you very much. And I do love all of you. All of you.
Not me.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I even called you today and you ain't never said a word.
I know you did.
I was telling you, I called Christine and talked to her today.
Good, Christine.
All right.
And so now, we'll have a blessing of food, and we can eat and enjoy. And again, Dorothy, we must apologize maybe for asking you to cook
Watch, she gonna snap on me, watch. When she see me looking, watch, she gonna snap.
I wish it was enough table here for everybody being at one table with me.
Stop talking.
Everybody come on. And then everyone get there and snap.
We ain't never gonna stop.
I've been known for a week. I've been dragging the table. I've been fucking Linda talking. You never gonna work with me. Sorry. Y'all eat now. Which my person? Christy don't got come over here with me.
Yes, because
Oh no, you
How you doing? You want something to drink?
something to eat.
Want something to eat?
You go get it.
I'll walk up and let you.
Okay. You loaded too. Tell nobody.
Shoot, I'm
Gotta zoom out on you.
I know, don't they?
Because you was a blessed woman. I know it's something like this.
They gonna thank y'all, man, cause much money.
Come on. You know, boy, I ain't gonna say. She did.
the rock.
Did you want to tell me what? Did you want to tell me what? About my birthday. That's where the kids move. Oh, look. Thank you, guys. I hope you use it on yourself. I will. I promise you that. You better. All right.
Am I not? I don't know if this camera's not focusing.
Oh yeah, that's just the light. Go ahead, be about ready. It ain't moved. Has she even attempted to say bye? Nope. She just snuck it in.
She probably couldn't either.
Hey, y'all calm down a little bit. Calm down a little bit. He's still like more work. He's looking at a yawn.
Always been dark.
Hey, don't stress too far. I'm glad you came.
So nice. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
We only had some of this at
I didn't. Excuse me.
Are you
No, you don't get the tape today. Hey, Corey.
Take me.
Corey.
Take me. Hi.
Let's go say goodbye to Dorothy. Watch out, dear. I'm trying to see.
You did it right,
If there's any more in there, then leave it.